Good morning. The day before yesterday was Thanksgiving Day, one of the biggest holidays in this country. Did you have grateful time? Yes? Here, all of you maybe know the meaning of the day. It is generally observed as an expression of gratitude to God, no matter how much we have and in whatever situation we are. In Korea, we have also this kind of a holiday, Chuseok, when we are thankful to that we get this year and wish good harvest next year. Our ancestors were very simple and wise. They knew how to live well. They were just grateful for blessings received, even a small grain, and they returned with good. With this kind of mindset, many people in old days could live well, even in hard situations. However, it has shifted so dramatically from when it was first observed. The spirit of thankfulness for blessings is slowly disappearing. There are many who are frustrated with life because they never seem to be able to get the things they want, even though we become more comfortable and productive than ever before. How can we lead our life for a blessed future? According to the Won Buddhist teaching, for the life of gratitude, it is suggested that one should be aware of and feel deeply the way in which one is indebted to the fourfold grace of heaven and earth, parents, fellow beings, and laws. When following the way of being indebted, one is to return these graces, even if one is confronted with a situation that is not of our own making, and we feel resentment. I have a very cute and lovely niece, Yoonjin. She seems to like me rather than her parents. Her parents keep nagging her. Yoonjin, please clean up your room. Yoonjin, please stop playing a game. Yoonjin, please study English. On the other hand, whenever I meet her, I try to make her happy with chocolate, presents, and compliments. It will probably take her a long time to realize that her parents are owed much more gratitude than me. Most ordinary people are like my niece, but they are deluded that they are grateful when they get what they want, especially visible things like a nice car, the latest smartphone, or a huge house, and so on. We are living with forgetting more important things behind those temporary pleasurable things. How many times in a day do you feel gratitude for the air? How many times do you feel gratitude to your parents? How many times do you feel gratitude to your neighbors? How many times do you feel gratitude for a traffic signal when you drive? It is not easy to be grateful for what we already have, like sun, air, wind, rich soil, clean water, parents, family, friends, and laws. Because they always exist around us, even though we cannot live without them. After Venerable Sotaesan, the founding master of Won Buddhism, was enlightened, he considered the reality of all existences as the fourfold grace, the graces of heaven and earth, parents, fellow beings, and laws. The relationship between us and the fourfold grace is defined as a relationship in where we cannot live without the other. We cannot live without the other. It means that everything depends on each other, and we must be grateful for everything around us. This type of gratitude is unconditional and absolute. When Sotaesan was teaching his disciples, he sometimes studied dharmas with his disciples at a public hall. Sotaesan asked one disciple, "Can you explain about the grace you receive from the air?" The disciple answered, "When I breathe in, the air refreshes me. So, grace from the air is great." Sotaesan smiled and said, "Record what he said and listen to it later." Then everybody burst out laughing. Of course, we are different from each other when we experience gratitude. But the fourfold grace is not only one that gives moderately refreshing or delightful warmth, but fundamental grace. Although it is very small and trivial, this world is full of grace without exception. Now I think it becomes much easier for you to find grace in your daily life. Then, how can we give back the graces we have received? Sotaesan says that one is to return the fourfold grace for which we are indebted. In doing that, we are following the way. Let me give an example. Think about the sun, one of the graces of heaven and earth. Everyone benefits from the sun. Thanks to the sun, we can get crops, energy, light, and what else? Among that the sun gives us, I want to talk about sincerity and non-abidingness. The sun always shines all over the world. It never stops. Since I started meditation, if I continue practicing like the sun, I would be awakened, I hope. If you keep going toward your goal without intermission and with sincerity, it is the way we return the grace. Finally, when you arrive at your goal, it will yet be another grace. And the sun gives us many benefits for free. It never asks us to pay for it. It does not have any abiding notion to what it does. Likewise, when you do a good deed, just to do it without any attachments, without expectation of return, then you will get blessings from others. Sotaesan again suggests that you are to return graces even if you have something to resent. When we are peaceful and happy, it may be easy to find grace and return it. But how about in a sensory or emotional conditions? When you are angry, sad, or frustrated, how can you find grace and return it? Basically, we need to understand the truth of the universe that goes round and round without birth and death. Therefore, the goal to go is to come is to go, to give is to receive, and to receive is to give. Sotaesan said, "This is the everlasting way that shall never change." Let me give a simple example for understanding this principle. Think about the 4 seasons. Now, it's winter, but 3 months later, spring is coming, and then summer, fall, and winter again. Its cycling never stopped. If you plant a seed of an apple tree, what will you get? Apples, right? If you plant a seed of red beans, what will you get? Red beans. One is a factor and the other is a result. The result becomes another factor. This principle is constantly going and coming. Here is a very important thing. Who or what can drive this principle? That's you. That's you. All results depend on how you manage your mind. After you plant a seed of an apple tree, if you do not take care of the seed, you never get apples. Likewise, if you plant seeds of blessings, you can many blessings, but only when you take care of them. When I was assigned to serve at this retreat center as a minister, I was very grateful to live in nature and to meet lovely people. Everything looked perfect. I thought I lived in heaven. However, as I was getting busy, my stress and complaints were increasing. Finally, I found that I became a slave to only work without any practices as a minister. I thought, where is my minister life? Why do I have to this? Why was I born in a family who has a Won Buddhist religious background? I thought I was suffering too much. Sometimes I negatively affected others with my anger and regrets. But I really wanted to release from these difficulties. One day, I very calmly and objectively thought about my situation. Who what made me resentful. I decided to be a minister. I didn't practice hard. I wanted to work well. I was just doing without reflecting. Nobody or nothing compelled me to be resentful. All is what I made in the past. I realized that I couldn't be merely aware of and feel the graces because my greed, hatred, and delusions blind me. I thought that this difficult time was a good chance to change my life. If I didn't have the suffering, I couldn't change my resentful life. Also, if I accepted this situation with delight, I could plant many more seeds of blessings. After I was free from my greed, hatred, and delusions, I could restore my grateful life. I understand that it is not easy to turn resentment to gratitude in a difficult situation, but that is the key to receive blessings. Jeongsan, the second head Dharma master, said, "One who lives only the life of gratitude will always be helped by the fourfold grace. One who lives only the life of resentment will always be harmed, even by a microbe. The life of gratitude is to prepare the habit to create blessings and plant seeds to bring good. I hope that you become a good farmer who cultivates grateful life in all situations. Today, I'm really grateful to have you. Thank you."